Hi everyone. Thank you for coming to our presentation. I am Sakura Sato, the post-disaster coordinator of NPO folder. Today, on behalf of Community Sports Club that we are going to talk about creating a resilient community through public-private partnership and power of sports. This is Michio Shito, President of NPO folder. This is Aki Murasato, Vice President of NPO folder. And this is Wataru Kitahora, staff member of NPO folder. First of everything, Mr. Shito will be giving an introduction of this presentation.
In March 2011, a massive earthquake and tsunami struck Japan. I am Michio Shito, president of NPO holder from Iwate, Japan, where was heavily affected by the disaster. Based on our post-disaster relief, we believe in the power of strong community bond and the power of sports in the disaster situation. Today, we would like to share why it is important for community-based NPOs to be part of disaster preparedness.
So you might be wondering why we are here. I hope that these two questions will be answered by our presentation. How could sports respond to disaster situation? And how much could a community-based NPO do?
So what is community sports club? In Japan, there is usually at least one club in a town. Each club provides unique classes and events, which can attract a wide range of community members, from infants to teenagers to older adults. Community sports club build communities through sports. We try to create an environment where club members can interact with each other and build long-term relationships. Community sports club is also where elite athletes and community encounter. Elite athletes are starting to be more and more aware the importance of giving back to the community.
So moving on to what folder has done for post-disaster relief. In 2011, there was a magnitude 9.0 earthquake followed by tsunami. And our folder, as part of our daily task, we manage a gymnasium hall, so we turned that into a shelter because we are located in Iwate Prefecture, where the tsunami and earthquake heavily affect. So at the shelter, we have been working on taking care of people, but once we got back the electricity, we saw the massive effect of how the coastal area was affected by the tsunami, and we just got shocked and lost our voices. And our first response was, we have to do something for them. So we started to go to the coastal area and search for things we could do. And soon after that, we encountered a community where was left out from the governmental help, sort of, because they had their houses standing there. So the government had to take care of the shelters first. So we kept asking for the community members in the abandoned community, what's needed in the community. And we started to send out all the information out to other areas through social networks such as Twitter and Facebook. And we were able to provide needs-based supplies. And after 6 months to 1 year, we provided exercise classes mainly because we were concerned about their physical activity. But soon after that, we have found out that these classes are not only promoting health, but also it provided survivors opportunities to talk to each other and share emotions towards the trauma and negative impact that has occurred for them. So those pictures are taken in the same area. The first picture there on the right-hand side was taken right after the disaster. As you can see, there's nothing there. It's like flat land, but there actually was a lot of it was a residential area as well as commercial area. So it's kind of hard to believe that tsunami swept away everything, and it's in the chronological order. And as you can see on the right hand side bottom, it was taken this year, and you can see that there's still nothing there. So you can really visibly recognize the relief or reconstruction activity. And the picture on the left is temporary housing. They are usually located, built in school field, so that reduces drastically for children to play sports and get physical activity on a daily basis. So while our work has solved community problems at each phase, we realized that some forms of structures were needed to acquire sustainable outcome and long-term commitment. At the community level, we started to help establish sports clubs. We set up meetings over and over with local people to discuss the way we can maximize the way of outcomes for the tsunami-affected areas. One problem that was arise was that due to the fact that the survivors were allocated randomly in the temporary houses, they lost their sense of community completely. So in response to that, we try to approach this problem by utilizing sports as a vehicle of building sense of communities in the new places. In addition, as I said earlier, many people were upset about the children not getting engaged in sports as much as they used to. In response to this problem, we aim to create an environment where children enjoy various types of sports as well as having a community events. That way, that helps build children's self-esteem and healthy lifestyle. And in addition to this, based on lessons learned from the disaster, community sports clubs in Japan are constructing what is called Disaster Key Club on the second point. And among 3,300 clubs in Japan, one club in each prefecture is assigned as a Disaster Key Club. So what they do with this is that they are responsible for receiving volunteers as well as supplies when disaster occurs in the future. And they are responsible for distribute them to the specific area that is needed. So this way, resources are sent to the right place at right time, and it will not create confusion for those who are willing to help. Moreover, because most key clubs work closely with local governments on a daily basis, it makes them easier to collaborate flexibly when needed. So in conclusion for my part of the presentation, although community sports clubs are not necessarily dedicated to disaster risk reduction on everyday tasks, we learned that in order to minimize disaster risk at community level, its ability to build strong sense of community as well as to enhance social capital in the community is crucial. We believe that these intangible assets are and will be needed in any emergency situation, and community sports clubs in Japan are eager to enhance these characteristics. So now I am going to hand this microphone to Mr. Murasato, and he will explain how sports has played a role in supporting survivors for the past 2 years.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for your attention. I'd like to show us a little bit some builder. It's Sakura mentioned through our sport how resilient our disaster from tsunami, our Iwate prefecture. And on your left-hand side, left-hand side on top, she came from Iwate prefecture where it's hitting tsunami. And she was one of the heroes who was a soccer player. Do you remember since 2 years, we have big sports event was held in the world. One was the Women's Soccer World Cup. Fortunately, we won it. And she was one of the members of our football team. And you see here, I indicated survivors, elite athlete. Sakura mentioned what is important, our resilient production with sports. Survivors, they want to give they would have some, again, some dream how Japanese women or Japanese athlete is good activated by sports, and they give the challenge to the athlete. And athlete, elite athlete, gives this challenge to bring back again for dream and motivation for resilience for the future. This circulation or the interactive circulation brings big effort and big synergy. It brings also good result. Here, just I'm sorry, just right hand side on the bottom. We have also last summer in London Olympic Games over 38 medals. We got 38 medals. We were so successful Olympic Games. This brings also these circulation, challenge, and encouragement through interaction. We believe that through sports, we bring this so big potential for the through sports for the motivation. You see this here. Kids smile. This comes from all the affected areas. And here, I'd like to mention, after the disaster, so many sports organizations like International Olympic Committee or Japanese Olympic Committee or Total Sports Organization, so many sports organizations supported to them to affected areas, kids through sports to resilient. Here you see the Tsubasa IOC support project with Japanese Olympic Committee. They invited, they introduced us all of the very famous athletes to visiting to affected area and exchange sports and mind and physical. Here you see the snow on the field. We are in Iwate Prefecture, in winter season, plenty of snow. We have to bring out of the house to moving to sports. And all kids bring the wonderful memory. And here it's all made athlete in exchange mind and physical and pleasure. Here our summary, how power of sports to the resilient for disaster to tsunami. Of course, mental and physical health. Sports is not only physical, it was very bring to good motivation to mentals. It's be strong and strength. Teamwork, we learned respectation. Respectation is very important for resilient. Fair play, respectation, we can the potential bring out from our team, and of course dream, aim. They have upset that since 2 years. They have new dream and they find them aim for the future. Yeah, resilient relation, I explained already. We have learned more than relationship to community and sense of community. Sense of community, sports created sense of community. As Sakura mentioned, is this community bring this assessment, and we can bring this movement sustainable and continuously this movement outcome for the future. And we believe that the sport is very close to us, but nobody knows, or there's very less than people saw power of sports, which could affect to resilient things. Thank you very much for your attention.